Hello, Aquarius. This is Nicole with Angelic Therapy and Healing. Happy birthday to all of you. Welcome, everyone, to the channel. Those of you that are new, glad to have you here. To the loyal subscribers, thank you so much. To new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. And to everyone, thank you so much for your kind comments, for sharing the videos. I do appreciate each and every one of you. So, happy Valentine's Day. In addition to your birthday, you are winning this month. So it is the month of love. Now we are going to be doing special love readings in honor of Valentine's Day. But for everyone out there, do something special on Valentine's Day. Even if you're not in a relationship, go do something to love on yourself. Go to dinner with friends. Go get a spa treatment. Just do something amazing and special for yourself, because you're amazing. You deserve a day where you're just loved and treated and pampered. So make sure you do something special for yourself on Valentine's Day. Now, you will see that the cards are already out. When I prayed, shuffled, and prepared, I did ask that everyone would receive at least one message. Do keep in mind, I'm going to move these a little bit while we're chatting so you guys can see all of the cards. Okay. We're going to do this. Move that up a little bit. Okay. So, while I'm messing up your cards that were oh so beautiful, we do keep in mind, these are readings for a lot of people. So, if you find that, you know, it's not resonating with you, you're not really finding any messages, go on ahead and listen to your moon or your rising sign. So you may find something in those readings. Now, those of you that want to know what cards we're using today, I will be listing those down below. So just read in the information box below. You'll find about the cards. Now, what we are doing this month, it is about love. So Aquarius, your cards are over here. We're actually going to be starting with you. And then your love interest, your partner, your spouse, that crush, that love bug you just cannot seem to get off your mind, their cards are over here. And then we're going to be covering in the middle what the angels are recommending that you do this month, as well as what will be the outcome with regards to this connection, this relationship. What will be the outcome this month, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started with you, Aquarius, because these cards, and I can't see, but I did zoom in before we got started to make sure that you guys would be able to see the cards and pop up. Okay, good, you can. So I cleared us out some space so you can see the cards down here. Then I don't have to mess them up too much with my sleeves. So this is, you know, what is your current situation? Because again, we're going to cover your cards first. So this is your situation. Now, this card that we have, this is the World card. So you have had something that has finished, that has come to a culmination, to conclusion. It is done. It is over. It is totally finished. It has come full circle. You have fulfilled the commitments you had. You fulfilled the promises you had, the things that you were, for some of you, even like a soul contract. There was something that you had to do that had to come to a close, a culmination point before moving into this next chapter in your life. So this is a time for you to be thankful, because you have come full circle. It's over. You have these four different, essentially it's representing all the elements, but these four corners are celebrating your success. So this is a time for you to be thankful, to allow, you see she's got her hair dipped back, she's just dipping in the waters, allowing everything to just flow away. Fall away. So this is a time for you to allow the stressors to fall away. Allow those things, because a lot of you, this thing that you brought to a close, it has been stressful. So just allow the stresses to fall away. Now, it's partnered with this card, appreciation. And if you look at this card, you see that she's got this bush behind her and it's blooming, it's got the light illuminating it, but she's not focusing on it. Instead, she's focused on this bramble, dried up, dead bush. She's not even noticing the gifts that she has behind her. So for some of you, this was not an easy thing that came to conclusion. So for some of you, you're still very stressed. Some of you, you're still in a state of tears, sorrow. You see she's holding her hanky there. But for a number of you, it's just, it's over, and it's something worth celebrating. because you have come, they're saying that you have now arrived in this time of rebirth, this time of renewal. But you must allow the old to fall away before you can have that. One second, I'm looking at the, I pulled cards from the bottoms of the decks because it's going to give me a quick overview as to what's going on with you. And if you hear me sniffling, please excuse me. I'm in Ohio. Tomorrow it's supposed to be, with the wind chills, it's going to be like negative 28 degrees here. So the cold has already started settling in, and it's like giving me a cold. It's trying to give me a cold. I'm fighting. I'm taking a lot of vitamin C, but if you get to unfortunately hear me sniffle throughout, I've got to get these readings done for you. I want you to have them by February 1st, so we're just going to have to muddle through it. So I ask that you just be patient while we get through my sniffles together. Okay, so this is about love. All right, and I'll show these to you, maybe, as we work our way through it. So obviously this is reading about love. So for a number of you, you do have this love that's going to be renewed. For some of you, this is a twin flame love. It is a divine love. Okay, some of you, I'm hearing you're very curious. You want to see what these cards are. Okay, so we've got the swords. You got the one of swords. You've got loyal heart. No place like home. This is your twin flame. This is your twin soul. This is the divine love. This is this person who is home to you. You need to breathe because you are stressed. You are worried. You're upset. You don't think things are going to work out. He's coming. This is the Yang card. He's doing some thinking. There is some forgiving and learning that has to happen. I'm being told it's on your part. We're going to be covering that momentarily. It is going to be worth celebrating when you get there. This connection that the two of you are going to have is going to be renewed. Right now, there's some energetic stuff for you that we'll be covering in preparation for him. Okay. Did that satisfy your curiosity? Hopefully so. Okay. So, a lot of you, this thing that came to a close, it is something not related to love. It's a work thing. It's something else outside of this relationship. But here you are. You're ready to embark on this new chapter, which for you is this new chapter with him. But you are still focused on how things ended, how things concluded. They didn't go so well. You still have tears that are being shed. You can't imagine anything blooming. You just think, okay, that's dead. It's deader than a doornail. There's no way it's ever going to kick back up. But in fact, it is. You know, oftentimes in order to have a new chapter, particularly in love, with a divine love partner, we have to energetically let the past go, because when he returns, it's not going to be like it was in the past. So he can't come in with the new way that he is offering this love, showing, okay, I'm in it this time. There's not going to be this back and forth. If energetically you're still holding on to the things that had transpired in the past. This is particularly big when it comes to twin flames, because you both evolve. Okay, so they're saying we're going to cover a little bit more about that when we get to the recommendations. Okay. Well, at least they're being consistent, Aquarius, so this is a good thing. All right, so this set of cards, this is how you are seeing the connection / relationship. Now, what you have here, you have the 10 of Cups, 6 of Swords, wedding. At the bottom it says this situation involves marriage, and then this never-ending story, card number 37. Now, 10 of Cups is a beautiful card. This is that happy family, that happy home life, really feeling secure, having your emotional needs met, fulfilled, exceeded. Having love all around you. You see this couple, they're watching their children frolic in the waterfalls. But this is also living in the present while gently projecting, looking into the future, anticipating what it is that you would like in the future. Now, next that we have the 6 of Swords card. And this is all about beginning a new voyage. You see, she's walking out into the water, but she's stopped by these swords. So you're ready to have this new beginning. You're ready. The karma, the cycles, all those things have come full circle. You're ready to start it, but you're hesitant to allow yourself to feel again. Some of you have your heart guarded. You're not allowing your heart to open. You're not allowing yourself to feel those emotions because you're fearful. It's just going to be the same never-ending cycle that it has been before. You see, she's kind of like giving him the side eye. And he's looking straight ahead. So you know that this is a meant to be. You know that this is a divine connection. You know that this... For a number of you, by the end of 2019, you will be engaged. Because it will go fast when the two of you come back together. So you know that they're the one. But the thing is, you are fearful that it's going to be the same old cycle. Because you see, you got the couple here, then you got her, then you got the couple, then you've got her. And here she's just got her hands up to her head and she's got her head in like, oh my gosh, not again. So you are so fearful. For some of you, it's like if this energy isn't released, this focusing on the past and what didn't go right and the fearing it's going to happen again, you will be blocking him coming back in. It's not that you don't want it. You do want it, but you're so fearful. Here we go again. Because it is, even in your mind, you're back and forth, because together, no, I can't do it. I want to be with him. Oh, good God, no. What if it happens again? So you are, even in your mind, you swing back and forth all the time. And when the two of you were together, you were back and forth, back and forth. So a number of you are twin flames, or you could be twin souls. Dynamics are similar with the two. But it was the two of you were in contact, then you were not. Then you were seeing each other, then you were not. You don't want to do that cycle over again. You want this to come together. You want to come together. You want to be married. You want to build a solid foundation. You're just so terrified of, oh my gosh, I can't go through all that again. Not again. Now, as far as the outcome that you are desiring with them this month, put these up here where you can see them. You have the Strength card. You have this romantic feelings. It's reversed. I'll hold it up in a second so you can see the graphics at the bottom. It says your feelings are real and worth exploring. Then you have this card, the Observer. Actually, let me hold this up real quick. We're going to tie all three of these together to try and keep the readings as short as possible that we can this month so that I don't lose my voice. Now, I started with you guys. Aren't you? You are special because it's your birthday. So you're definitely going to get one. But I don't want people toward the end. I don't want Capricorn not be able to get one because I don't have a voice. So, Strength. This is all about, you know, you see this lion, he's got his mouth open, it's like he's ready to attack, but she's all gentle and calm and quiet, because we subdue beasts with gentle strength. And this card reminds us all you have to have is pure heart. Remembering that you're safe, you're protected. Okay. So, for a number of you, you have been wanting to move on. You've been wanting to move away from this connection. You've been struggling at doing that because you feel this pull, this destined relationship. You know it's meant to be. It is, in fact, meant to be. And it will be. And you want to have the relationship with them. You're wondering if you have even the strength to open up even any more, because you've opened up in the past to have it fall apart, and there was this cycle of that reoccurring repeatedly. So you want to move back. You want to be in union with them. You want to hear from them. You want to head into this commitment with them. But you are fearful, what if they don't feel the same way? You know, I feel like I'm all alone. I don't feel like they want the same thing. I don't even think they feel anything for me. Some of you, this is also, you're beginning to doubt your feelings because you've had this such strong feelings for them Okay, so I'm going to start saying him. Now, I know that when it comes to twins, there's always a masculine, there is always a feminine. It does not matter what body the masculine and feminine is in. I've had divine feminine who are in male bodies, and their twin is a divine masculine in a female body. And then I've also had same-sex twins and in all different variations, but there is always a masculine and there is always a feminine. So to keep this straight, ladies, this is the divine feminine. These are your messages. So you are ready for him to come back. You're ready for your divine masculine. You want this. You have begun, some of you have begun to question your feelings like, oh my gosh, like, was I making this up in my mind? I don't know, but you haven't. But what you want, the outcome you desire this month, you would like to have him come in your direction. You're not sure if he really feels the same. So you're just sitting back and watching things because you've set your intentions. You notice, you know, this fox is looking at the moon. And some of you, you feel like, you know, you've been deceived because there are things that he's not shared with you yet. So you put your intentions out there. You know, you listen to the last message that was out there. You're like, I'm on it, Nicole. I'm doing forgiveness letters. I'm writing my list of the things I want to manifest. I'm going to be praying. I'm lighting some candles. I'm going to bring this in. So you set your intentions. You're ready. You put your wishes out there. Now you're just watching. But this month, you're just in a kind of waiting. You don't have the strength to really wait much longer. But you are at a stance where you're waiting and you're watching to see what he does. You're in this watch and see mode where you're going to pay attention to his actions. Because up to this point, you have not been seeing that he feels the same way as you do. So you're waiting for that to manifest. You're waiting to see what happens. You see the fox is sitting on this egg. You're ready to give birth to this new beginning. They're saying don't give up. Because for some of you, it's you put your intentions out for this new beginning with him, with your divine masculine. But because you're just so fearful, okay, I don't think I can do this anymore, you're thinking about, you're looking at other possibilities. It is going to happen. We'll be covering timing. He's thinking. You'll hear from him. Not this month, though. This month he's closing a cycle, they're saying. So let's find out what's going on with him. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. So you have the Fool card. And in this deck, this card is all about seeking freedom, wanting to escape something, wanting to move forward without any fear of a retribution, retaliation, judgment, criticism, they're also saying. Then you have this card, the Emperor. So he's being called, and in this deck, this is about, you know, having to make a decision. He's being called to make a decision. He's being called to make this huge life decision where he's taking into account his heart, his feelings, his emotions. It's not just a decision being made by his mind. It's not just a logical, it is a head and a heart. He's taking everything into the equation when making this decision, because in the past he has just made decisions based off of what was logical, what he's always done, what will people think. This is, you know, have always done it, but now he's come to the realization that that's not working any longer. Because he hasn't heeded his own needs. He hasn't taken care of what he wants. He has stuffed down his feelings, his desires, what he truly deeply wants. And he has maintained, he stayed trapped in this situation. For a number of them, he has stayed trapped in a relationship with someone he doesn't want to be in a relationship. See this woman floating around in the water. Okay, so for those of you that there is this other woman, this partner that he's been with, this karmic partner, this month he's ending it. He's having those conversations and ending it this month. That's what's going on with his life right now. So he can't be coming into your direction until he concludes that, but he is concluding it this month. That's why he's not contacting you yet, because he's having those conversations with her to end that. because he knows he doesn't dare come in your direction with her still hanging around there. And for others of you, that is not a third party, although most of you it is. For those of you that it is not, he has finally made the decision, and he is, whatever it was that he was holding on to run from the relationship, because there is a number of twins. It is a smaller number where the divine masculine wasn't with a karmic partner, but rather he was overworking. He was a workaholic. He was drinking too much, partying too much. He was jumping, indulging in things simply to avoid the relationship with you, because he wasn't yet healed. He wasn't ready for it yet. So for those that it was not a third party, this is the month that he's finally concluding that. Now, come here. 1 second. Look at Yorkie wants to join us. Do you want to show them your pretty sweater? Oh, she's dressed up for the Valentine's Day too. Oh, heart buttons. Okay. So these are the cards. How does he see the connection? How does he see this connection, this relationship? And we have the Sun. He sees this. Now, the thing I like about these cards, they have different meanings in your traditional tarot decks. This is about something that is eternal, warm. He feels that. He knows that this is something long-term. He knows it's positive. He knows that it is something to nurture. It is something to grow. It is something to be grateful for, because it is something that will fulfill us. Because if you see, she's riding this horse. And she's riding the horse. They're enjoying this leisurely walk through the water. They've got the sun behind them. She's petting the horse, nurturing the horse, giving the horse love. He knows that this will bring him happiness. He knows the connection with you. It will fulfill him. He knows it's meant to be. He knows that it's a destined, fated thing. He knows that it is something that needs to be nurtured. And he does love you and care for you, but he is not yet at the point of communicating that with you. You've got this card, Express Your Love. And at the bottom it says, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. He is not there yet, because he has this other chapter he has to conclude first. He knows he dare not come in your direction without having that chapter concluded. He wants to come and make things right with you. So he is going to do that in a way that is actually going to impress you, make you happy, make you elated. He's taking this time right now to go through those steps to conclude what he needs to conclude. Now this card, a leg up, you'll see this baby little polar bear is trying to get on the mama polar bear. They have come to the realization that they need you. They long for you. They want to share their feelings, but they are fearful of being vulnerable at this point. They know they need to communicate. They know they need to express that. They know that they need to nurture that. They know they need to communicate, but they are not yet to that point. They're saying they're still trying to get up in the saddle. You see this baby polar bear again is trying to get on top of the polar bear. And that's part of this relationship, this thing that they're concluding. They have to conclude that officially first. They are doing that this month. They will be contacting you within the next few months, they're saying. So they're saying for some, you're looking, some of you could be in the next 3 months or 4 months, or some it could be 6 months. But most it's going to be the next 3 to 4 months. But first they're getting these other things taken care of. They're going to get firmly in the saddle. They're going to get all their affairs in order so that they can come in and they can just blow your mind with their offer, because they are going to be coming in to offer love to you. But in order for them to nurture that relationship with you, they have to feel that they are firmly in the saddle. They have to feel like, they're saying that they will make you proud. Right now they're fearful they will not make you proud. They need to conclude this. They need to get their financial things and affairs in order, so that when they come in, they're going to come in with a gusto. Now, this is the outcome that they desire with you this month. you have the Four of Swords, and this is about resting, taking a time out to renew ourselves, to heal our soul. Then you have it paired with this card, it is safe for you to love. At the bottom it says, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And then at the end it has the card Treasure Island. Now, Treasure Island, that's all about, love's a treasure. It's about, taking the time to get to know each other, discovering each other. It talks about love being in the air. So this month, I don't know if you can see on this card, they're pointing out her eyes. She's looking down, her eyes are closed, and he's looking in her direction. They have the little cherubs around them. This month, he is going to be focused on healing. He's going to be taking a time out to recover and heal from the situation he's concluding. But while he's doing that, he is going to be developing his plan. Because you see, we've had multiple horses. He wants to charge in on a horse. He wants to be that, knight coming in to offer this love, do this in a grand way. He is fearful, because this card's also about opening your heart. He is fearful that your heart will not be open to him. For some of you, they're saying he may reach out to you just to test the waters late this month, at the very, very end of the month. It might just be an email. It may just be a lighthearted email where he's simply testing the waters just to see, is she even going to respond to me? Because he wants to begin to get to know you again, to go into that courtship, that flirting, that enjoying each other's company. But he is worried that you are not going to be open to him, that you will be closed off, because again, they're pointing out her eyes are closed. He's afraid that you're closed off to him at this point. For some of you, and they're not saying a large number of you, but there's probably about 30% of you where he's energetically still feeling that you are closed off to him. Because again, in the very beginning, when we were covering your first set of cards, they were talking about how for some of you, you're not open to that yet. It's an energetic thing. Okay, angels are saying, flip the other cards over. I guess we're going to get some information on that. Okay. All right. Now, so you have this card, Achievement. And on this side, it says, acknowledge and appreciate the value of all your achievements. And this one says persistence. And on the back, it says, the ground you have gained is a precious achievement. And then you have wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings. Now, you have worked very hard to get to this point. That situation you concluded, for some of you, it was a pretty big deal. And a lot of you, they're also saying that you need to congratulate, because again, there's only like 30%. It's a smaller percentage of you that still have to release and do some forgiveness work. Most of you, you need to congratulate yourself, because you have come to the state where you're ready. You're ready for him to come back. And that's good. And for all of you, you need to congratulate yourself on where you have come, because you have accomplished a lot of healing. You've done a lot of work. I don't know if somebody just tried to open my door. Okay. That'd be a bad idea. The girls and I packed some heat in this house. But anyhow, I think it's the wind. I think that the cold is coming in right now. So, achievement. See how she has her arm raised? Almost like in a when you go into a church and people are praising God and they got their arms up praising God. She's got one arm up. It's time for you to put both arms up to praise God for how far you've made it. Because you are so much better. You are like this new, improved version 10.0 compared to where you were 3 years ago. You should be proud of that. This month, just relish that. Celebrate that. Because you've worked so hard to get where you are. You're now ready for this next chapter. Now, They're encouraging you to not give up, because again, this focus is love. You see how she's got one arm up and she's got the other one almost like it's punching, like she's punching through it. They're saying that, you know, push through this, because for some of you, you are going to be, okay, for a big number of you, you're going to be having him come back. You're going to hit this moment of fear, this paralyzing fear, because again, where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? The one where you're going in circles. There you go. Okay. So he's going to contact you. And you're going to go into this momentary state of fear, like, oh my gosh, are we doing this again? Are we going in circles again? Is he going to ghost me again? I just don't know. Push through the fear. It is not going to be like it was in the past at all. It's not. You have to trust that. You have to push through the fear. Stay the course. Do not back down. They're showing these. It's almost like she's walking on rocks. You know, some people will walk on hot coals. You've already been through the fire. You've already been through the fire. You can do this. Don't allow that fear to kick in and make you abort the plan. Now, the last card you have is Wasp Spirit. At the bottom, again, it says sometimes life stings. So wasps, they're a good thing to have. They control the insect population. They help our plants grow. But when they sting us, they can sting us multiple times and it hurts. But they serve a great purpose. You have been stung. You have been hurt in this relationship. You've been hurt by him. But when you look back at the experience, you will see that it did serve a greater purpose. For most of you, it brought you tremendous strength. It made you who you are today. It triggered a spiritual awakening in you. It triggered you to start doing your inner healing work. It triggered you to get to the point where you have self-love for yourself again. You have that confidence again. You're going after your dreams, your hopes, your desires. You would not have gotten to this point had you not been triggered by him. And when you look at twin flames as well as twin souls, for those of you, I'm hearing some of you are asking, what's the difference? Okay, so twin flames, twin souls. Both of them are twins, meaning the divine masculine is your other half. You truly are each other's other half. The only difference is twin flames are angelics, they're angels in human bodies. Twin souls are other types of beings in human bodies. That's the only difference. Well, they can also be humans in human bodies, but that's the only difference. Okay? But when it comes to twins, twins are mirrors of each other. So if you have something that has to be healed, the reason why you continue to go on that spiral, that circle, is because you need to come into union every so often to trigger more healing work. Because you'll notice when you look back ever since you met him, anytime you would come into contact with him and boom, you'd go in separate corners and you'd be like, why did he ghost me again? You'll notice you started doing a lot of spiritual work. You started doing a lot of retrospective, self-healing, self-growth, self-development. That was the purpose of it. It wasn't to hurt you. It wasn't to crush your heart. It was to help you grow. It was to help you heal, because twins cannot come into union until they are both healed and they are both in total balance within themselves. Once they are both within total balance of themselves, and you'll know that you're there. So for those of you that he's going to be reaching out in the near future, like I said, it's not like you're going to start really starting to see each other for, some of you, it could be about 3 months. But he may just shoot you an email this month. But those of you that you know it's imminent, you know it's imminent because you no longer really are concerned about that. Because you're focused on other things. Because you've come into a full balance of, I love him. I know the connection's there. I know he's always there. But I'm not sitting watching twin flame videos all the time. And I'm not worried, oh, when's he going to call me? You, my dear, have come into your own perfect union internally. And there's also, you know, when you look at it in metaphysical, I'm not going to go too deep down this rabbit hole. Maybe at some point I'll start doing some educational videos. This point that we're in, there's a scene called Schumann resonance. We're getting hit with solar waves, solar flares, all these things. Right now, actually, we're getting blasted today. We've been getting blasted with another Schumann resonance increase. What that's doing for twins is that's causing the hemispheres of your brain, you've got the masculine side, the feminine side, it's causing them to merge. It's causing them to come into union. Interestingly, not long thereafter, you'll be coming into physical union with your twin, but you have to have all parts of you in perfect union. You have to have your feminine side balanced. You have to have your masculine side balanced. We all have feminine in us. We all have masculine in us. But when we can come into the balance, when we're not constantly overly emotional, like a lot of times they'll think women, they're so emotional. I'm actually the opposite. I'm a twin flame. But I have been a senior officer in the military. I have been one for years. One of the things I've had to work on healing is allowing myself to feel emotions, because I have been more in the masculine side of things. Always having to do things, always having to get things done, always having to not look at emotions. I'm always having to look at things logically. I've had to allow my feminine stuff to come back into balance with my masculine. And for some of you, it's like that. But you know you're there when you're fully imbalanced. You're using logic, you're using emotions, you're not really concerned anymore. You know you're always in union with them, you're always in connection with them. And when it's time, God will make that happen, and you don't really worry about it. And now you've got the Schumann resonance, the solar flares, the energy waves coming in, they're connecting your spheres of your brain, and you're going to be having physical union in the very near future. The sting served a purpose. It made you the magnificent woman that you are. It's time for you to release the anger. So for those of you that are still holding on to things, some of you are just still holding on to the pain. You're just still holding on to the pain, and you've got this fear of what if it's just like it was before? It's not going to be like it was before. You have to let that fear go. You're being encouraged this month to let it go. Let it go. You've got this beautiful thing that's coming into your life, right behind you. Drop the hanky, drop the tears. That chapter with him is over. It's over. You're going to have a new chapter with him now. But to have a new chapter, you have to release the old chapter. So for those of you that are still holding on to anger, resentment, pain, worry, jealousy, fear, that was caused by the pain from the relationship in the past, the thing that stinged, the thing that hurt. The time has come for you to release that so that you can embrace the new. Which is tied to this forgiveness. So if you haven't done forgiveness letters, I would encourage you to do that. Directions on how to do forgiveness letters are found in the most recent video. I think I posted it 2 weekends ago. So it's the most recent general video that I did. I don't remember the title of it, but if you go online, you'll find it, and it's got forgiveness letters in there. Now, we'll pull your outcome. Okay, we're gonna set these over here for a second. I know, you're like, what is she doing? What are those cards for? Saying the same thing they were already telling us. Okay. But I know some of you like to see cards. So they were saying the months that's saying the exact same thing that they were already saying, but hey, we'll cover them in a second. This is your outcome this month. You have the Queen of Cups. She is the most feminine, ooh la la, sexy being in the deck. You've got Flirt at the bottom. It says extend your light-hearted energy to others. And then you have this card, Deep Knowing. You know this connection is fated. You know that it's meant to be. It's time for you to trust that. It is time for you to allow yourself to open up again. Open your heart up again. When he contacts you, go ahead and flirt with him. For some of you, you may just get an offhanded text message or an email this month. Don't take it serious. Don't hit him with a jab. Well, where you been? Oh, for what, you just reaching out to me? Were you just going to disappear now? Don't do any of that. Just be lighthearted. Send a little flirt back. Don't take it so seriously. And for a majority of you, you're not going to hear from him this month. But they're saying to start flirting, start enjoying life again. Because that energy, you want to be enjoying life with him. You want to be just having fun. So just start having fun with life. You ever notice like you'll have just, you know, when you're in a state where you're just feeling down, you're not feeling good about yourself, you know, nobody's asking you on dates, nobody's talking to you. Even like friends, you're not really hearing from anybody. But then suddenly you start doing some mirror work, start telling yourself, I love you. You're starting to feel it again. You're like, damn, I got it. I'm feeling so good about myself. I'm excited. I've got energy again. I'm loving life again. And suddenly you've got men coming out of the woodwork. Hey girl, what you doing? Hey, do you want to go meet for drinks? Hey, the group of us, we're going to go. We wanted to see if you want to come meet us. And suddenly everyone's just coming out of the woodwork. That's because energetically you have shifted into a state of optimism, into a state of joy, into a state of enjoying life, loving life, open to all types of new opportunities, whatever life has, and you're loving yourself. And everyone's energetically picking up on that. Do you want him to come in? Energetically get yourself to that state. So this month, have fun. Start enjoying life. It's going to come together. It's destined to come together. When he does contact you, allow things to unfold. Don't push things. Don't begin all serious. Just allow. You are the feminine. You are to receive him. Just the way the anatomy is too. The woman receives the man when they are intimate together. The feminine, you are to receive him. You are to be a magnet to pull him in. Pull him in. Let him show you what he's got. Have fun. It is going to happen. But when you allow, you'll be able to watch the magic unfold because the magic is going to be unfolding. You get this precious, they're saying you're getting this precious time for you to finally do any final preparations you have. So those final preparations, like maybe you've got your house, maybe you got a room in your house where it's just like that junk room. It's like that zone where you would just be mortified if anybody came over to your house and went into that room. Sweetheart, you better get that room cleared out this month because you're running out of time. Say you've been wanting to get on a workout regimen, you're just like, well, I'm just not quite there yet. You don't have much more time. I would start doing your working out this month. Any final preparations you have to prepare for him, because when this happens, it's going to happen fast. You don't have much more time to prepare. So focus on you. Have fun. Be ready to receive. When he starts contacting you, flirt. But while you're waiting, because for most of you, you're not going to hear from him this month. So while you're waiting, and yes, those of you that are wondering, I've had a battle with the oven and the oven won. So, but hence why the long sleeves that were supposed to cover it that are not doing a good job. He's coming. You know that. Enjoy life until then. Get your final preparations ready. You don't have much time. You don't want him to show up in May for some of you. That's the timing of this card. I was asking them to give me a timing of when he's going to be showing up. This card is May. This card is July. You know how they were saying earlier that for some of you, it's going to be in a few months, about 3 months. Some of you about 4 months. Others of you about approximately 6 months. That's what these cards are confirming. He's coming. You only have so much time to get ready. I would start doing that this month because you don't want him to just pop in and then you're like, oh my gosh, how am I going to hide that mess in that room? Oh my gosh, what about if I just would have started doing some crunches 2 months ago when Nicole was telling me to? My stomach would be looking good and I wouldn't feel so bad about having to show it off. So enjoy this time. It's a gift. You don't have much more time to prepare. You're ready. And it's about to happen. So I do wish you all an amazing birthday month. Again, go do something special for yourself on Valentine's Day. I love you all. I love you. Love yourselves. Wishing you a lot of love, joy, and blessings.